Hello Year 4, hope you're okay. Today we are doing chapter 2 of Varjak's Paw. So chapter 2, I'll just give you a couple of seconds to turn to page 16 and we will carry on reading. So page 16, chapter 2. Are we ready? Let's find out who them black cats are. What should he do? Things like this don't just happen in the Contessa house. Tell the family they know. Tell the family they'd know what to do. Varjak rushed down the corridor. He could feel two pairs of identical black cats watching him. The black cats didn't follow. They stayed by the stairs, guarding the way up. Fear and confusion scorched the Varjak's veins as he turned the corner. He raced to the kitchen, fast as he could, faster still. Who were these cats? Who were these men? What did they want? He skidded to the halt by the kitchen, hesitated by the doorway. Everything seemed so normal. The whole family was in there. They were eating supper, munching and crunching from rows of china bowls, neat and regular. Bowls of food, bowls of water, round white saucers of full cream. He felt like a stranger, watching from a distance. They looked so grand with their perfectly groomed silver blue fur, their green eyes, their tidy little collars around their necks. So you're ready to behave like a proper blue, said Father. Very good. Have you ever washed your paws, said Mother. There are cats, shouted Varjak. There are black cats in the house, and they... Varjak, said Mother. They came with a man. Varjak, said Father. He's gone up to Contessa's room. There was silence in the kitchen. The munching and crunching stopped, and they all watched him, one great green accusing eye. I just don't understand him, muttered Father. Why can't he be like everybody else? You haven't washed your paws. You haven't washed your paws, have you, sweetheart? Said Mother. He came over and stared, scrubbing. Varjak bit his tongue. No one believed a word he said. It wasn't fair. In the middle of his family, he felt friendliness and alone. Come on and eat with us, Varjak, said his cousin Jasmine. The food is ever so nice. Jasmine's voice was cool and smooth like milk in the morning. I don't want to eat, he tried to explain. There are black cats in the house. Oh, who cares what little insect does, said Julius. I have Varjak's food. You have to eat to build your muscles, Julius puffed up to him and tucked into Varjak's bowl. Jasmine looked impressed. You hear that, Varjak? said Father proudly. Julius is a proper Mesopotamian blue. Varjak bristled. Julius might be the family hero, but Varjak knew something no one else did, something important. How could he make them believe him? Oh, Jalal's name. I swear it's true, he insisted. The cats are guarding the stairs right now. I look into their eyes. He shivered at the memory. They're all black. Enough, yelled Father. That's enough of those tales. He spat out a word, tales, with particular disgust. But some tales are true, said the elder Paul quietly. Why don't you show us, Varjak? Take us up to the cats. Father stared at the elder Paul, but kept quiet. The head of the family always had the final say. Varjak's grandfather was getting old. His fine fur was almost silver. He solemnly spoke up these days, but everyone listened when he did. Stomach knotted with nerves, Varjak led them down the corridor. He turned the corner into the hallway, just in time to glimpse a blur of moment by the door. The man was holding it open for the others. They were carrying something away, down by their shoes. Two black tails swished out of the house. The man shut the door as the rest of Varjak's family entered the hallway. They hadn't seen the others or the black cats. All they could see was the men. Why, it's a gentleman, said Mother. I remember when we were kittens, said Aunt Junie. There were ladies and gentlemen here every day. The Contessa's always had visitors. They looked up the stairs. The Contessa's door was wide open. There was no one in her room. It was empty. Surprise rippled around the family, not knowing what to think. They peered up at a gentleman, all except the elder Paul, who seemed thoughtful, as if he was trying to remember something. The gentleman pointed up at the Contessa's room and said something in his voice like thunder, high above their heads. Then he crouched down, bringing himself closer to their level. His wet pink lips smiled at each of them in turn. Varjak glanced nervously at the front door. The black cats hadn't come back. He hoped they would. With a flourish, the gentleman brought something out of his pocket. He held it out into the way on his waxy hand and murmured to the family. Curiously, they edged a little closer to see what it was. A toy mouse, small, grey, furry. It was perfect in every way, so precisely detailed it almost could be alive. The gentleman placed it on the floor in front of them. Varjak sniffed the mouse, and it even smelled real. The tinge of wonder ran through him. He always wanted to hunt a mouse. "Let me see that," said Father. He examined the toy. "Amazing," he purred, and batted it across to Julius. Julius flicked it stylishly through the air, and Jay and Jethro and to Ramon. They giggled. Varjak wondered if he'd get it back. Probably not. "What a beautiful toy," said Mother. "It's the best present we've ever had," cooed Jasmine. Gentleman smiled and stood up to his full height. He waved at them to follow, and his shiny black shoes went clicking towards the kitchen. Jay, Jethro and Jerome raced to be beside him. "Come on," said Father. "Let's see what he is going to do next." In the kitchen, the gentleman was spooning something into their bowls. It was oily black paste, a sharp fishy smell. Varjak's nose wrinkled at it all. "Ugh," he said. "It's caviar," whispered Mother. "The rarest and most expensive food in the world." "Treats like this are only given to the finest pedigree cats," purred Father. "A gentleman knows how important we are." The man put the bowls back on the floor, heaped high with the fishy food, and beamed down at them. His pink lips glistened and cats started to sniff the caviar. He nodded, turned and left the kitchen, smiling all the way. "What was all the fuss about, Varjak?" said Father. The moment he was gone, that black cat nonsense. I'm going to read that bit again because I made a bit of a mistake. "What was all the fuss about, Varjak?" said Father, the moment he was gone. "And that black cat's nonsense." "I'm calling a family council," interrupted Elder. "Now, everyone is to attend, even the kittens." But elderly Paul protested, Father, eyeing the bowls of caviar. "Family council is only for emergencies. It's—" "Now," repeated the elder Paul. "Now, in the front room." The elder Paul strode away. Varjak glanced anxiously at Father's face and twisted with speechless rage. Oh, what is going to happen? Look at that last picture. Oh, let's wait and see what happens tomorrow. Have a little think about what you think might happen in the next chapter. If you look at the next page, they're all having a family conference. So on Monday, we will read chapter 3, page 24. Okay, hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.